What's up, guys? Well, I decided to get a smaller radiator, but I've already taken it out and tried to put it in there, and it still doesn't fit. So, what I've decided to do, since I'm stubborn and I want to put a radiator in the front there, I'm going to have to take something out. The USB 3.0 ports for the case are the problem. So I've already ordered a 9-foot extension cable and a USB 3.0 hub. And my basic plan is to just Velcro that underneath my desk somewhere. And boom, there we go. Now I have even more readily available, easier to get to USB 3.0 ports. So no biggie to lose those, really. So once I take those out, this radiator will fit right in there. But real quickly, I'll show you what I mean. All right, now right up there in the corner, you can see those two screws. Let's see if I can't just do something with this light. There we go. Get my hand up there. So if we take those out of the way, it'd be these guys right up there. So we just gotta take those out. It hits right on this thing right here. This stuff's all out of the way enough, just barely. If you just fold it, it'll fit. You just gotta fold these things out of the way, and then they shouldn't get in the way, really. So, now that we've done that, and also I've already got my new water block in too, since the RGB cable just kind of randomly fell off of the last one. Like I said in the last video, I'm usually very careful with all of my electronics, so if it was stuck on something, I would have noticed and, not pulled on the block or whatever, but I went to go plug it in and I just saw it like this. I was like, did the plug get stuck under the block or something? I start looking around for it, and it's just chilling on my floor. So I was just like, cool. But anyway, let's get that this whole thing taken back out of here, drained again, and let's try to get this case ready for a triple radiator. Well, unfortunately, no matter what you do, you cannot put a 360mm radiator in the front of this computer. Unless you're willing to lose all of your cool RGB fans, which is like basically the whole point of buying this case at all. So, yeah, the holes do not line up. Since they've got some over here, but yet some of them are up front. I would have needed like longer screws, and the screw holes don't even line up. No matter what I tried, I couldn't make it work. So, instead, I am just going to install the block on there with real working RGB, and that's just going to have to be it. If I ever want to get another GPU water cool, I'm just going to have to keep buying these ones with all-in-ones. I wanted to, eventually get a custom block on a card again. I haven't had that since I had a GTX 480 way back in the day. But anyway, let's get this loop drained. Ugh. Get this loop drained over here. Get these fans off. I think I'm also going to try to hide some of these fans from sight. But anyway, let's get that started. Well, alright. We got it bleeding all the air out. This time I decided I'm going to open this porthole instead, seeing as though that's the actual reservoir. And then, as soon as that gets all the air out, we'll keep adding water to replace all the air, or all the air in there. But, so far as I can tell, the block ain't leaking. I never even took the other things off, so they shouldn't be leaking. Yeah, no leaks under there either. And this thing is good and sturdy this time, so it should not come off. The other one is going back. So, whatever. At least this way I'm going to have better temps than I did before. With the older Predator, or whatever block it was, the Intel block. Obviously the temps aren't going to be any different than the other one, just because the RGB doesn't work. Unless RGB can cool like 20 degrees because it's RGB. No, I'm just playing. We all know that doesn't do anything. RGB is just for show. I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely losing water in there. Getting replaced, or the air, I mean. Not losing any water, luckily. But that was leaking out of there a little while ago. You can see the little residue from it leaking. Don't put too much in, but little by little, I'll keep filling it up and it'll stop making these gurgling noises this time. I kind of didn't finish doing this last time because I got pissed off and I had to deal with gurgling all the time, even at idle, and it was so annoying. Anyway though, I'm going to stop talking and let this do its thing, and we'll come back after a couple hours, or an hour or so. Alright, well, we got it put back together. And this time I made sure to get the cords off of this side so you can't see them. Tidied all those cords up. Now we've still got this guy. He's still attached. He has not fallen off. That one seems to actually be soldered to something, unlike the last one. Anyway, though, let's get it on in there. Alright, well, we got everything back in there. Now I'm just going to install some fans along here just for a little extra airflow. And then we'll be ready to turn it on and see how it works. Okay, well, we've got the 3 fans in there now. So why don't we put all the glass panels back? Well, I'll polish them up off camera real quick, get all my nasty fingerprints off of them, and then we'll turn it on and make sure everything still works. Alright, well, it turned back on. Everything seems okay. It's not leaking all over anything. There's what the block looks like. It's just kind of doing its own thing right now. I haven't synced it to anything yet. So, I'll have to go mess with it to get it to do the same thing as the other 2 things there. But I just have to go into the Aura sync thing real quick. The 3 fans I put in are a little loud, so I still have to go into my BIOS and just slow them down a little bit. But it's not a big deal, I can do that. And I also decided to just take the dang dust filter off the top of that. All it was doing was making my temps hotter. But anyway, let's just run a quick Cinebench here real quick. Make sure everything's still stable. And I don't know how changing a water cooler would all of a sudden make my CPU unstable, but I've had things like that happen to me in the past. I fiddle around with things and then all of a sudden, now my overclocks aren't stable. And again, there's a bunch of stuff running in the background, so this isn't like, you know, a record benchmark run or anything, so. We got 1824, and then the hottest it got. And then the hottest it got on that was 65 degrees. So, definitely an improvement. I used to get up to 77 before with my old block, and with the dust filter on the top, and without the 3 fans, also sucking in air from the bottom. So, and yes, I know my area here is just completely trashed right now. But anyway, seems like it's doing pretty dang good, and I think that's still at the same, yep, 4.250 gigahertz. Alright, let's just close all that. Let's get the Aura sink thing going here. Huh, it's not actually seeing it. Oh well, I'll fiddle around with that off camera. I'm sure there's a way to make it work. But anyway, that's all for this video. At least I got the temps knocked off like I wanted. It sucks that I didn't get to do my 360mm radiator, but I guess with my next video card I'll just do an all-in-one like I did with that one. It still only gets up to like 55, 60 degrees tops and 85 degree rooms, so that's still pretty good. Not quite as good as a custom block, but I'll take it over air. And the fact that it dumps all that heat out the back of the case. But, alright, that's enough for this video. Till the next one, peace out, guys.